Hello, Salem. My name is Pat Hargreaves. I'm the chairman of the Salem 9/11 mobile exhibit. And at this time, I'm going to walk through the mobile exhibit with you, and I will show you exactly what's going on. And if you did miss it, it'll give you a brief history of what we're doing. So we're going to walk in. This was originally made by the Stephen Stiller Foundation. Stephen Stiller was a firefighter who passed away in the 9/11 attack in 2001. The story about Stephen is he was in his pickup truck and he was heading down towards play golf with his three brothers. He heard that a plane hit the First Trade Center, called his wife Sally and said, "Tell my brothers I'll be late to the game. I'm going to go to the tower and help my firefighters." He jumped in his pickup truck, drove all the way down to his firehouse, and they were gone. He grabbed his gear, which weighs approximately 70 pounds, jumped in his pickup truck and started heading down towards the towers. There was a traffic jam at the Brooklyn Tunnel. He parked his truck on the side of the road, grabbed his gear, and he ran to the towers. Stephen Stiller was a very special type of firefighter because he not only fought fires, but he was also a rescuer. He would rescue his fellow firefighters and bring them out of the buildings. When he was in the building collapsed and Stephen Stiller passed away, and his family opened up and made the Stephen Stiller Foundation in the trailer of what we're about to go in and look at. Okay? So if you follow me, I'll take you on a brief, quick tour. Here we go. Okay, this is the beginning of the tour. What happens is we have residents from Salem, Pelham, Methuen, all over the area. They come and visit this. This is free of charge, and you don't have to pay for anything. When you first walk in, what they do is they bring you to the World Trade Center of what it was. So if you look at it, it gives you a brief history on the construction of the timeline. And we're here today, or this afternoon, lucky for me, I got Captain Lonegan here, and he's going to help me tell you exactly what's going to go on, and he'll explain it to you better than me because he was at 9/11, he was in the towers, and he is a true American hero. We all say we are, but he is one.
Good afternoon. What we have here in the display case is some of the items that we've been using to show people about what went on down there that day. In this window right here, we have some pieces of some fire trucks that were recovered from the site down there. Between police, fire, and EMS, there was about 75 vehicles that were destroyed, and these are a couple of them up here. If you look here, you see Red Hook Raiders, that's Ladder Company 101. Unfortunately, that day, there were 7 firefighters on that apparatus, and they all died. What's interesting about Ladder 101 is they're a company from Brooklyn. And how does a company from Brooklyn get into Manhattan? Well, they used the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. So when the alarm came in, the companies from Brooklyn that were right on the other side took the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel right through and into Lower Manhattan. Another piece of apparatus here is Ladder Company 105. Unfortunately, that day, all the members in Ladder 105 passed away. If you look up there, you see a shirt, a lieutenant's bars on the shirt. That's for Lieutenant Dennis Oberg. Lieutenant Oberg used that shirt the day when he was down there searching, unfortunately, for his son, who was a firefighter also, who passed away. To me, that had to be an incredibly difficult thing to do, was to be a father looking for your son down there. The other piece of ladder that's in this display case was from Ladder Company 11 that was parked in front of the first tower, or North Tower. And when the towers came down, it crushed that fire truck, and that's a piece of the ladder from there. If you wanted to jump over to that wall, the wall there, if you focus on that bucket, what we did was, when I first got down there was no way that they could get any equipment in to remove debris at that time. So what we did was we formed bucket brigades, long chains of firefighters up and down the pile. using our hands, filling the buckets with debris, opening up voids, trying to look in any crevices we could to see if there was anybody down there we could recover. Unfortunately, pretty much after that first day down there, it turned from a rescue operation into a recovery operation. If you look inside this glass panel over here, this is a piece of the exterior panel from the World Trade Center building. If you look on the wall over there, you could see, you know, some of the other panels that were still hanging on. If you look on the wall, if you take a picture of the wall over there and you see the yellow excavator, that was one of the primary tools, primary pieces of equipment they used to remove the debris down there. By the time those guys were finished, if you were a young guy just starting out on one of them, you could probably pick a pin up off the floor. They were unbelievable at excavating. For weeks and weeks and weeks after 9/11, after that day, when those excavators would remove, sometimes they'd remove a piece of steel or a piece of concrete, and all of a sudden it would light up. We had fires for weeks down there. It was amazing.